Okay, let's see if my prediction is correct. Here we go. However, there's one major barrier. The Datanseki is an iron ore. Before it can be forged into a katana, it must first be refined into steel. Okay, but the Datanseki is heat reactive. When its temperature raises beyond 1000 degrees, it amplifies the fire and triggers an explosion of unfathomable magnitude. Okay? No matter how the run no matter how we run the math, people would die, okay? This is a very crucial meeting, bro. And I cannot even read, bro, what the fuck? And supposedly, this swordsmith by the name Kunishige Rokuhira claims he alone can do this. His explanation is extremely vague, but it's worth a try. Based on what? He was able to infer everything we discovered in our top secret experiments merely by looking at it. He has an unusual eye. A guy who works for a sorcery bureau brought him completely unauthorized. You could have tipped him off in advance. But why would we do that? Good question. And this swordsman apparently is very young with minimal qualifications, hardly any track records. We're just going on Master Yorita's recommendation. He's only sold three katana? Yeah, bro is broke. But that's why we're advocating for just one experiment to give him a chance to prove his claims. Just one experiment? Hasumi, be rational. With the Datanseki, a single mishap could spell tremendous calamity. We have only a tiny amount we managed to extract from Irishima. And you're suggesting that we trust that asset, the fate of our nation, to some two-bit swordsmith? Sorry. So much of corpse. No. We received response from the Kagari clan. Oh, Yuki's here. Okay. Flamebone of the Starving. The mystical weapon proposed to counter the Mikaboshi belongs to the Kagari clan of fire sorcerers. Okay. So this is Hiyuki. Due to its immense power, very few are able to wield flamebow. The wife of the patriarch will give birth in 6 months. Apparently, she suffered burns to her stomach due to her pregnancy. Wow! She's a calamity, bro. Fire baby! Normally, it's impossible for a member of the Kagari clan to sustain burns based on their physical makeup. This child will be the first flamebow wielder in 400 years. Whoa! So basically, she's a chosen one too. We already have a name. Hiyuki. Okay. 3 months after birth, they can begin test runs, after which various fine-tuning will be required. So that Flamebone can be wielded a year from now. In other words, if we wait 1 year, we have a chance at victory. Okay? This is a gamble, bro. It's much more fucking chicken, bro. It's much more realistic plan than this Enchanted Blades business. Realistic? To wait a year? They invade before then. We have to buy time. Okay. Chiaki. Fold this, please. Okay. The previous princess came into the role around the time I was born. Chiaki. Once when I was little, she taught me how to make tea. She was a beautiful woman. Sorry. The day the power of the prophecy came to me is etched clearly in my memory. For one thing, I'd never seen my mother frantic since it was the first time in history it showed up in a minor offshoot of the family, but also it was the last time I touched Kunishige. Oh, romantic shit! I was outside that day when I suddenly lost consciousness. Kunishige carried me home. Apparently, my mother gave him a good scolding. Kunishige was a part of a gang of neighborhood kids. This is fucking Shiba and Azami, bro. Bunch of delinquents. I used to play with when I didn't have chores. Okay, a bunch of dumb kids doing dumb stuff together. My God, you can't play with those kids anymore. Starting today, you represents our system of order. You have a very important job protecting our society. You were chosen by fate. It's a tremendous honor. I was hardly allowed outside anymore, and I wasn't allowed to hang out with some nobody guy. I was calling somebody guy. Okay. W Wingman Shiba. Back then, I still had vague hopes that somehow one day it was one of my attendants who told me. But I hate them. We're already a minor offshoot of the family. How many times have I told you the impeccable manners? For now, I managed to that some random stranger was sending them without your consent. Chiaki, but it can't happen again. Maintaining order requires that sorcerer clans follow. Okay, strict parents, strict mom, whatever. They're allowed to practice their activity. I cannot even fucking read it. Again. They're allowed to practice their activities at a certain level as long as they're discreet and cause no disturbance to the general public. If even one clan violates the understanding and oversteps the limitations, it will be revealed in a prophecy as a disturbance to the nation. That's a pretty big responsibility, bro. If the Soga Princess names them, they must answer to the sword of justice. Her prophecies could even determine the survival of the clan. Gosh. The Soga Princess can't behave like an individual. Any mistrust would cause the whole system collapse. Don't you ever forget who you are. You're responsible for the course of the history. I understand the logic, but after that incident, I had a vision. If they didn't take my role seriously, this would coherence. More than anything, I was terrified of putting Kunishige in danger. If this is my role, until I die, very least. If I can protect you. Okay, yeah. If only I'd warned them better. Maybe this wouldn't have. Yeah. So she really saw it clearly, bro. You gave them the strongest warning possible. They made their own choice. This isn't your fault. The enemy is demanding my surrender. If that means avoiding the worst case scenario, I don't mind. I can't let any more. Don't be ridiculous. You're the most. I'm not important. I've forgotten what that more. The me that is Princess Saga isn't important to me. Okay? March 24. The Enchanted Blade plan proposed by Shinsaku Hasumi is rejected. The Sorcery Bureau conditionally accept Mikabushi's demands. They agree to surrender Princess Chiaki. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Conditionally, 1 year truce. She will bear my child. Damn, PDD, bro. Well, that's extremely convenient for the Mikaboshi, but she's from the minor branch of the family. That's why. This rule sucks, dude. And there hasn't been an official announcement, but 6 months ago a baby girl was born to the Soga clan's direct lineage. Ooh, that's why. Even if Princess Chiaki has a baby, the power of the prophecy will pass to the child descended from the core bloodline. In other words, either way, the Soga clan will retain the power of prophecy that signifies our system of order. Does that make it okay? To force Chiaki to bear a child of Mikaboshi King? I was against it. Wait, just 1 minute. What makes you sure that Chiaki's child won't inherit her power? After all, it never showed up a minor branch before. Never officially. In the Soga clan, the primary bloodline reigns supreme. Many deem it improper for power to be relegated to a minor branch as it is now. Nobody says it out loud, but they've been waiting for this opportunity. Are you saying this actually suits the Soul Clan's agenda? Fucking corruption shit, dude. Not to mention the Sorcerer Bureau, which benefits from the Soga clan's allegiance. Yeah! That's why this decision, most importantly, she agreed to it. Okay. The Irishima incident was extremely upsetting for her. They're taking advantage of her vulnerability. A year from now, if you can command Flame Bow or chance improve dramatically. But if they invade us now, all is lost. Compared to the hopeless situation we're in now, we have no other choice. Okay. Kunishige is locked in, bro. Okay. This is bad. They are surrendering Chiaki, bro, to PDD Mikaboshi. Well, let's in the next chapter. This is insane. Ciao.